श्रुति स्मृति पुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शंकरं लोकशंकरं शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्। यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः। देवाय तस्मै नमः देवाय तस्मै नमः। Who has not chanted in a while? Yeah, Madhavi. onwards. चतुर्विधा भजन्ते माम्
चतुर्विधा भजन्ते माम्
जनाः सुकृतिनोऽर्जुन
जनाः सुकृतिनोऽर्जुन
पार्थो जिज्ञासुरर्थार्थी
आर्तो जिज्ञासुरर्थार्थी
ज्ञानी च भरतर्षभ
ज्ञानी च भरतर्षभ
तेषां ज्ञानी नित्ययुक्तः
तेषां ज्ञानी नित्ययुक्तः
एकभक्तिर्विशिष्यते
एकभक्तिर्विशिष्यते
प्रियो हि ज्ञानिनोत्यर्थम्
प्रियो हि ज्ञानिनोत्यर्थम्
अहं स च मम प्रियः
अहं स च मम प्रियः
उदाराः सर्व एवैते
उदाराः सर्व एवैते
ज्ञानी त्वात्मैव मे मतम्
ज्ञानी त्वात्मैव मे मतम्
आस्थितः स हि युक्तात्मा
आस्थितः स हि युक्तात्मा
मामेवानुत्तमां गतिम्
मामेवानुत्तमां गतिम्
बहूनां जन्मनामन्ते
बहूनां जन्मनामन्ते
ज्ञानवान् मां प्रपद्यते
ज्ञानवान् मां प्रपद्यते
वासुदेवः सर्वमिति
वासुदेवः सर्वमिति
समहात्मा सुदुर्लभः
समहात्मा सुदुर्लभः
कामैस्तैस्तैर्हृतज्ञानाः
कामैस्तैस्तैर्हृतज्ञानाः
प्रपद्यन्तेऽन्यदेवताः
प्रपद्यन्तेऽन्यदेवताः
तं तं नियममास्थाय
तं तं नियममास्थाय
प्रकृत्या नियता स्वया
प्रकृत्या नियता स्वया
यो यो यां यां तनुं भक्तः
यो यो यां यां तनुं भक्तः
श्रद्धयार्चितुमिच्छति
श्रद्धयार्चितुमिच्छति
तस्य तस्याचलां श्रद्धाम्
तस्य तस्याचलां श्रद्धाम्
तामेव विदधाम्यहम्
तामेव विदधाम्यहम्
सतया श्रद्धया युक्तः
सतया श्रद्धया युक्तः
तस्याराधनमीहते
तस्याराधनमीहते
लभते च ततः कामान्
लभते च ततः कामान्
मयैव विहितान् हितान्
मयैव विहितान् हितान्
अन्तवत्तु फलं तेषाम्
अन्तवत्तु फलं तेषाम्
तद्भवत्यल्पमेधसाम्
तद्भवत्यल्पमेधसाम्
देवान् देवयजो यान्ति
देवान् देवयजो यान्ति
मद्भक्ता यान्ति मामपि.
मद्भक्ता यान्ति मामपि.
Once again, antavattu phalam tesham
अन्तवत्तु फलं तेषाम्
tadbhavatyalpamedhasam
तद्भवत्यल्पमेधसाम्
devan devayajo yanti
देवान् देवयजो यान्ति
madbhakta yanti mamapi.
मद्भक्ता यान्ति मामपि.
So is Raghavan here? Not there. But he asked a question in the last session. So anyway, his question was, remember that shloka number 22. So his question was, the second line, labhate cha tatah kaman mayaiva vihitan hitan. So there we said there are two interpretations. Does Adi Shankaracharya ji also talk about it? Like that was the question. So the answer is yes. And so he explains initially vihitan, he, tan. That he explains. Later, towards the end, he says, hitan iti padachede hitatvam kamanam upacharitam kalpyam nahi kamaha hitaha kasyachit. So he says, nahi kamaha hitaha kasyachit. If you take it to be hita means beneficial, then he says, nobody gets any benefit from kama. Kasyachit kamaha hitaha bhavanti. And therefore, if you want to interpret this as hitan, you have to take it as upacharitam. Upacharitam means what? Symbolic. Symbolic. Yeah. No, it's good for you. Okay. Just it's like saying the sky is blue. Yeah, sky is blue. Obviously, sky is blue. There is no sky. There is no not to talk about color blue and all that. No, still we say sky is blue. So that's called upacharitam, aupacharikam. That is how he concludes this sloka. Okay. So you may want to remind Raghavan that we have an answer for it. Okay. So now, what did we say? this Sakama Bhakti was explained. And what do you get out of Sakama Bhakti was said. And now from this shloka, couple of shlokas, we're going to talk about what are the caveats. What are the caveats of this Sakama Bhakti? You know, it's like this. You have to have your fruits and vegetables. Okay. But caveat, they are laced with fertilizer. Okay. Inorganic fertilizer. And so just wash them properly, etc. etc. All these cautions are always there. And the medicines, drugs, modern drugs. So you look up the bottle or you look up the box. The first thing, the biggest letter you will see. Medicine's name, of course, is big, but the next biggest letter is what? Warnings. 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 If you are pregnant or breastfeeding or you have liver disease or kidney disease, consult your doctor. Okay, something like that. Some warning will be there. Caveat will always be there. There is nothing that has no caveat. No caveat. If you are sitting at a home, therefore I'm safe, if you say. There also, we don't know. Caveat must be there. So all this helium gas and this and that, and no circulation at home, etc. So many problems are there. So we say, okay, we are aware of all that. We'll try our best to manage that. So that is how this that warning is being given here by Sri Krishna. Yeah, you will get whatever you desire. No doubt about that. If not right away, sometime later you'll get it. As long as you have Shraddha and you put in all that. What was that? The prayatna, etc. Everything must be there, and you have the patience, then you will get what you want. But then there are whatever I am seeking through my Ishta Devata, Dharma, Artha, Kama, they have three doshas, three deficiencies of all of these. What are those three deficiencies? First thing is Dukkha Mishritatvam. Dukkha Mishritatvam. Whatever I get is going to be mixed with sorrow. Mixed with sorrow. It's a thali. It's thali like. So thali will come just like that. You may not like everything in the thali. You know, they give you katoris, 7, 8, 9, 10 katoris will be there in this thali. And then you look around, oh, this, and then, oh, that I like, this is, what is this? Oh, that's not good. So that's how it is. Thali. So thali, whatever you get is going to be thali. Here, dukkha is going to come along with what I get. So the parents got a good school, you know, for the child. Child has just started going to school, pre-KG. So pre-KG planning, lot of pre-planning has to be done for pre-KG, right? So a lot of pre-planning. So by the time the child is even hardly just not even born, so still they have to plan for pre-KG. And so good school now, finally. And good school means what? Good school means they will make the child study. Hey, this child is hardly weighing 1 kg. Why are you forcing this child to study so much? No, she has to compete, you know. We are preparing her for that. Oh, I see. So Apuji Samaji would say, this child is hardly 1 kg and she's carrying notebooks and books worth more than a kg. Okay. And she is in pre-kg and she's not even kg yet. Okay. Like that. That's how we have made ourselves to be. So therefore, you want something good, dukkha mishritatvam. Dukkha, parents may not know whether it is dukkha or not. But if you talk to the child, and if the child knows how to express it, and most likely child will express all these things. And so like this, throughout the life, we have learned to accept a lot of things. And so whether it is family, wealth, or health, these are the main things. There is always going to be dukkha mishrita. Always So investment means dukkha is there because investment up and down, up and down, up and what goes up and down is called investment, correct? That is my new definition of investment. If it doesn't go up and down, it's not an investment. Okay. So that's what they will tell me. So no, you should not put it all in savings bank and all that. It's not your inflation will eat up your money. I thought about this for a while. I said, yeah, there is some truth to that. But I have to decide what I want in my life. If I want to study the Shastram, I can't worry about all the stocks and this and that. These two don't go together. In my mind, at least for me. So I said, shut the door from these things. Otherwise, I will lose out on some of these important things. So we have to be, our priorities must be crystal clear. Yeah, investment, I'm not saying don't invest in all that, but you think about all these things. So, therefore, uh, therefore, constant worry about the future. Nachiketa, boy told us, right? What did he tell us? Shvobhavaha. You should remember this word. Shvobha. I'm repeating this second, third, fourth time probably. Shvobhavaha. Shvaha in Sanskrit means tomorrow. Bhavaha means the attitude, the fear, the anxiety, tomorrow. Anxiety about tomorrow. Whether what I have now, will it be there tomorrow? That's it, over. That is enough to kill myself. That is enough to lose sleep over, correct? And so that's why they said yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, today is a gift, and therefore today is called the present. So live in the present. Like that, I read somewhere long ago. So history, mystery, and gift, and therefore gift, therefore present. Present, there's a pun on that word. Present means gift, present means present moment also. But the problem is, nobody has taught us. They've taught us so many things, the mathematics, subjects, all these things we have studied, and how to survive, how to write resume, how to look for jobs, how to do this, that, everything, how to compete, in other words. But they didn't teach me how to live in the present. This mantra is very interesting. Live in the present. It sounds very cool, When you go to a party, you must say that. You must say, no, you are too stressed out. You must live in the present. So this guy knows a lot, huh? And I don't know what I don't know. I was never taught how to live in the present, and so it's a buzzword. It's really a buzzword. In fact, I think we are all wired to live in the future. From day one onwards, you must study. You must get number one. You must not do this. You must compete. You must learn to do this faster. This, that. And the child is constantly anxious. I mean, I'm not generalizing, but to a large extent, that's what happens. And screams at home, if you don't do this, do that. So the poor child, is living for the future. A future, a world which may or may not manifest, may not, come through, and constantly. So we are wired to live in the future. So living in the present is difficult, and for all of us. And so Vedanta, one of the things of Vedanta is it calms us down. It calms us down. It makes us relax. You're okay. You're okay. Don't worry. Relax. So relax. First thing that happens is relaxation, and then the teachers start giving homework, and then they ask the students, "You all must speak for 5 minutes," and then again stress builds up, right? And so then I said, okay, correct. We should not stress out our students. They have come here to relax. And so anyway, so Krishna mentioned this already. Dukkha mishritatvam yehi samsparshaja bhogaha dukkayonaya evade. Fifth chapter 22. Okay. Yehi samsparshaja bhogaha dukkayonaya evade. These bhogaha, whatever you think you have and I possess, and they give me this so-called blissful experience. Blissful experience. That blissful experience also is dukkha yonihi. It will be a cause of sorrow. Dukkha yonayaha evate. Go back to 522. So that's the reality of dharmartha kama. And so that's the first dosha. What is the second dosha? What is the second Atriptikaratvam. Atriptikaratvam. Tripti, satisfaction. Atripti, lack of satisfaction. Whatever I get, the day one, I'm happy. Day 5, I compared my phone with somebody else's phone. Oh, I should have bought that phone instead of this phone. Finished. Over. All the joy of the 5 days gone. Gone. Where is the question? Spend so much money, but I can't be happy. Correct? Can't be happy. And even though it's a blessing, everything I have is a blessing. And I can say, yeah, I think I made a mistake by buying this phone. But okay, let's use it. Next time, let's be a little more cautious, etc. We can say that. But that's not my first reaction. So this comparison just makes me not enjoy what I have. Not enjoying what we have is called atripti karatvam. Correct? And somebody said, I read this statement. If you can't enjoy what you have, you will not be able to enjoy what you will get. Is that a correct statement? I found it to be correct. I said, if I don't know how to enjoy what I have, where is the guarantee? That's a proof, in fact, that I will not be able to enjoy what I have, what I will get later. So that's there. So therefore, this wealth is going to satisfy me. Yeah, wealth is absolutely needed. Without Lakshmi, nobody can survive. Okay. And so Lakshmi is needed. But then again, Nachiketa reminds us what? You gave me all these goodies, but then na vittena tarpaniyaha manushyaha. Nachiketa, Manushya, that this human being is an interesting fellow, and he vittena na tarpaniyaha. Vittena, by wealth, he cannot be satisfied. This is what Nachiketa tells us. And so this ability to be happy with what you have is a difficult one, it seems. And so sometimes at our work and all, we say, how's life? They say, no complaints. That's a typical response sometimes, right? No complaints. In America, I learned to say that. No complaints. No complaints. No complaint means what? Normally, you should complain. There must be many reasons to complain. But today, at this moment, you don't have anything to complain. Okay, enjoy today then. That's how it is. And so therefore, Puja Swamiji used to say all the time, poor rich man, rich man, but poor rich man. You have to put two adjectives there, two adjectives which are opposite to each other. And because rich because he has a lot, poor because unable to enjoy that, unable to be happy with what the person has. So there is that inner bankruptcy. And so atripti will be there. Atripti. So all along atripti. So when I have all these assets and name and fame and this and that, itself atripti is there. Then what about afterwards, after retirement? Yavat vitto parjana saktaha tavan nija parivaro raktaha. Bhajagovinda, Shankaracharya. Yavat vittaha. As long as I have all this name, fame, status and everything, everybody looks up. Oh, namaste, Guruji, and this and this. When the wealth is gone, tavan nija parivaro raktaha pascha jarjara pascha jivati jarjara dehe. Once the body becomes old and then the fellow doesn't look smart anymore and all wrinkled skin and all that, and sitting and unable to command that kind of respect, then that's it. Then after that, everybody says goodbye. They will do namaskar once a year and then they'll say goodbye. That's how it is. And so they're also atripti. Because look, I'm now helpless. Nobody is even calling me. That becomes a problem. So atripti karatvam, whatever I have will have this atripti karatvam. And then third dosha is what? Bandhakatvam. Bandhakatvam means binding. Whatever I have will bind me. You can say addiction if you want, not the drug addiction and things like that. We don't need to be addicted, go to drugs to get addicted. Our house and family is enough for us to get addicted. That is the bandhaka. So I got used to all these things. That's why leading a simple life, regardless of how much one has, is a very big blessing. Because in the back of the mind, I know that, yeah, everything is there. I'm blessed, and I have more than what I need. So I can live a simple life. And then living a simple life, that's another step that I think many people can choose to take. It's a big sadhana. Learning to live simply. Even though you can afford to live in a 3-storied bungalow, still can I live simply? That's a very big sadhana. Very big sadhana. I think so. The more I think about it, I think that comes to my mind. Nothing wrong in living in style itself. Nothing wrong. But bandhakatvam asti vanama, that one has to ask. Am I bound by what I have? This is the question that all of us have to ask. Okay. So that's why this post-retirement and all becomes a little difficult for some people. I've seen that. They don't know what to do. And previously active, very active. And then what do you do after retirement? You don't have people to manage. You're not flying places. All this Europe, Asia, all these trips are all gone. All these people calling you, and then IT production problems, and we're all production. Production means don't think they're producing something. It means they have released this, and so that's called production, and it's all gone live. And so people are all using it, SAP, ERP, and so they're all. It's a time. It's a stressful period for many people, especially the people who are supporting it. And so be prepared. So like now, this kind of we're all wired to this. After retirement, what will you do? What will this IT person do? He's wired to code and wired to solve problems. Nothing is there to solve. No, there is a big problem to solve, which is your own self, your own family. Now is the time to look at yourself, okay? But that person doesn't know that. And so, therefore, our Krishna also quoted that to Arjuna. I don't know if you remember this. Sambhavitasya Shakirtihi Maranat Atirichyate. How many of you remember this? Sambhavitasya Shakirtihi Maranat. Now, if I chant now, suddenly everybody is raising a hand. If I say word by word, nobody gets it. So that mood has to come, that record player has to go. Only then we all. So, Akirti, he says, hey Arjuna, you want to go to Rishikesh? And then now, after sitting under the tree, that's when it's going to hit you. You are the most famous person in the land today. And then I tell you, you will say, I want to commit suicide. Maranad atirichyate. It is worse than being killed, he says. Okay? Because that's how it is. That's how it is. So important for all Vedantis to think through all these things. So, therefore, Sakama Bhakti is important. There will not be a loss to the person. Bhakti is very important. But then, there is no spiritual fall, but there is no spiritual progress. In fact, people ask the question, what is the difference between religion and spirituality? What is the difference between being religious and being spiritual? This is the difference. Sakama Bhakti and Nishkama Bhakti is the difference. Correct? Being religious, Sakama Bhakti. Being spiritual, did you ask? Have you started asking? Everything is anityam. I am Nityam, Shastram says. Did you get that or not? Did you at least ask the question? Yeah, this is something I have to go after. I don't need to abandon everything. I will go after. I am going to study. That is called spirituality, correct? That is called spirituality. All these other buzzwords and all we can let go. Spirituality means have I started asking questions about myself. Spirit means Atma. Spirit is Atma. So therefore, these three deficiencies are there for everything. And therefore, and so that is Antavat. What is Antavat? Tesham phalam, that is Tesham Sakama Bhaktanam. Okay, now I'm coming back to the shloka. Sakama Bhaktanam phalam, whatever result they get, that result is what? Antavat, finite, impermanent, already changing constantly. But if you don't believe in it, someday the bulb will just blow and will fuse. Oh, well, all along it's been aging. Aging. You can't go to the store and say, look, the salesperson says, this is the new bulb. Look, shining. Okay, this is a 1-year-old bulb shining. Is there any difference in the two? No difference. No, just buy the old one. I'll give you 10 rupees discount. What will you say? No. I mean, say no means if you can afford it, you'll say, no, I'd rather go for the new one. Why? Because you know, every day the bulb is aging, changing, anityam. So, Antavat, Bhagavan Bhashikara says, Vinashi. He reminds us, just in case I don't understand Antavat, it's called Vinashi. And he's using the word Vinashi because, correct, Avinashi tu tad vidhi, yena sarvamidam tatam, vinashamavyayasyasya, akaschit kartum arhati. Mentioned in second chapter itself. Avinashi, Atma is Avinashi. These are all Vinashi. So how long are you going to think that this is absolutely real? My real estate is unreal estate, that we know. But we are stuck in that. Where are you going to, when are you going to find the real estate? Okay. The real estate is right here. And so Avinashi, Shankara says, okay. I mean Vinashi, he says, for Antavat. And of course, Punyam and Papa constantly going on. And so Tetam Bhuktva Swargalopam Lokam Vishanti is going to say that later in the ninth chapter, I think. And whatever Punyam I have, I am going to enjoy it. See, the problem is this. Punyam is there. And it may get me better lokas, better lives. Okay. But then Krishna says, Tetam Bhuktva, after finishing off all the Punya balance, Martya Lokam Vishanti, he says. This guy will end up in a world like this earth, like the human, this civilization. He says, Martya Lokam. Martya Lokam is the loka where people will born, die, born, die, born, die. And in a short span of time. Because Indraloka, etc., one can live for a long time. Here there's not long, that longevity is not there. And that's what he says. Okay, so therefore, then he says in the next line. So Antavattu phalam tesham tad bhavati alpamedasam. Yeah, we skipped that one. Tad bhavati alpamedasam. And tesha, of those people, and he is qualifying those people as alpamedasam. Alpamedasam. They don't have this Shakti, Meda Shakti, Viveka Shakti. Okay, so Avivekyanam. Because that person has Viveka about every other thing. Real estate means where I should buy, what I should buy, is the price, is it time to buy now, to sell now? All this argument that fellow knows very well. And he is very good at it. So good that he's better than these books where the pundits are writing articles. Better than that, those people also. वहां पर विवेक है, यहाँ पर क्या है? शंकर कृष्णा is saying अल्पमेधसाम, यहाँ पर विवेका नहीं है. So viveka, nitya anitya vastu viveka rahita naam. When it comes to nitya vastu and anitya vastu, he doesn't know. He has no clue. That is the idea. And so Devan Devayajo Yanti. So these people yanti, these people gain, these people get this sakama bhakta. What do they get? They can get these people who are deva yajaha. Am I audible? Yeah, deva yajaha means those who worship all the devas. They are called deva yajaha, plural. Okay, yanti. They get, what do they get? Devan yanti. They get devas. What is the meaning of that? They get devas means? Well, they get deva lokas also. They can get. They can be. They can compete with the existing Indra, Varuna, etc., who are all also jivas only. Who are all jivas with great responsibilities and positions. Okay. So President, Prime Minister also is a citizen only and jiva only. But the role is different. Responsibilities are different. And so same thing. Devan. And the Kathopanishad is interesting. There he says, in this dialogue, when Nachiketa just dismisses this whole idea of all this wealth and all that, and Yama is just impressed to this boy. Not only that, Yama confesses. He says, Janami aham shevadihi iti anityam. I made a mistake in my past life. I went after dharmartha kama. Okay. And then I was dharmika. That's why I got a lot of punya. But I still went after artha and kama. And I ended up here. He says that. This is absolutely amazing. Kathopanishad. And he says, I'm here. I'm doing a job. I have to do a job. Okay. I've been given a job. And I'm doing this. And but even I got carried away. And that means what? You, 10-year-old boy, you've come here. I've given you so much. And you have rejected all of that. You're better than me, he says. Implied. I'm impressed by you. That is what he says. So, Devan, Deva Yajo Yanti. And these people can get any Devaloka they want. And Mad Bhaktaha. What about my devotees? Yanti Mamapi, he says. Mad Bhaktaha. So these shlokas are very important for Vaishnavas. Correct? I think you all can understand this now, by now. Vaishnavas are all very important, these shlokas. Mamapi. Mad Bhaktaha, Krishna's Bhaktas will gain me. Will gain me. And that's the interpretation they have. So yahan par Shankaracharya is a Sarvatmanam, Paramatmanam, like that he says. Sarvatmanam. He makes sure he says, hey, that Krishna, the one who is there in everybody, that Krishna. Not the Krishna who you imagine to be in some Golok or Vrindavan or some other place. Correct? And so he brings us back. From Paroksha, he pulls us down to Aparoksha. Correct? And so, Mam Yanti, not the finite Krishna Yanti, infinite Krishna Yanti. They gain that. That Purnatvam Moksham Jivan Mukti Yanti. Mad Bhaktaha, my devotees. And so, look at this. Shankaracharya concludes this commentary by saying, look at it. Evam samane api ayase mameva na prapadyante. Look at this. The samane eva ayase. Ayasa means effort. Sakama bhaktas and nishkama bhaktas, they put the same amount of effort. They have the same amount of dedication, same amount of love. But still, mameva na prapadyante. Still, they don't see the purnatvam in themselves. Iti ananta phalaya. They're all going for anitya phalam. They got attracted by all this swarga and all these descriptions and they want to go to heaven. But ananta phalaya na prapadyante. Ananta phalam. Okay. Aho khalu kashtam vartante. It is sad to see them struggle like this. Okay. Iti anukrosham darshayati Bhagavan. Shankara says, like this, Krishna is being compassionate. Showing compassion. Anukrosham darshayati. He is displaying compassion. Like that Shankara is telling us. Anukrosham. Okay, krosham means anger and all that. Okay, anukrosham means karuna, daya, kripa, compassion. Okay, so let's translate this. But, comma, for those with limited viveka, for those with limited viveka, comma, that result is finite. That result. What result? Go to the previous shloka. Labate chatata kaman mayaiva vihitan hitan. The tan kaman, those results, right? So, but for those of limited viveka, that result is finite. Full stop. The worshippers of the deities, devatas, the worshippers of the devatas, let's use the word devata, go to the deities, go to the devatas. Means that's the maximum that can happen. Go to the devatas. A semicolon. The worshippers of me go to me indeed. Literal translation. The worshippers of me go to me indeed. Okay, let's chant the next one. Did everybody get that? Yeah. Harprasad ji is not here. Okay. Who would like to be next? Yeah, Sudha and Satish. Avyaktam vyaktimapannam
अव्यक्तं व्यक्तिमापन्नं
मन्यन्ते मामबुद्धयः
मन्यन्ते मामबुद्धयः
परं भावमजानन्तः
परं भावमजानन्तः
ममाव्ययमनुत्तमम्
ममाव्ययमनुत्तमम्
अव्यक्तं व्यक्तिमापन्नम्
अव्यक्तं व्यक्तिमापन्नं
मन्यन्ते मामबुद्धयः
मन्यन्ते मामबुद्धयः
परं भावमजानन्तः
परं भावमजानन्तः
ममाव्यमनु ममाव्यमनुत्तमम् ममाव्ययमनुत्तमम्
ममाव्ययमनुत्तमम्
So avyaktam vyaktim apannam manyante mam abuddhayaha param bhavam ajanantaha mama avyayam anuttamam. So we have many words there. So manyante, manyante, manyante means they think, they think. These Sakama Bhaktas think. Think what? Avyaktam vyaktim apanam. I am subject to being manifest and unmanifest. Manifest and manifest. The unmanifest has become manifest. They think that. And we can't blame them for thinking like that. Because Bhagavatam also says that. Bhagavatam stories are all like that. Okay. What is the story? The story is Krishna is their beloved. Krishna has stolen their hearts. Very important. Bhakti is very important. Therefore, Bhagavatam is important for all of us. And it gives us that bhakti. What can that bhakti be? How it can manifest in our lives? Very important. So Krishna has stolen their hearts. And so now Krishna, you've gone. Whenever you've gone, we are depressed. We can't even graze our cows, and our cows also, they have stopped giving milk also when you're not there. This is their problem. So they say, you have solved all my problems, all our problems, but now we have a new problem, which is that you have to be here with us all the time. If you're not here, we have another problem. This is what they say. So this comes under Gopika Gita. So there is a Bhagavatam 10th skanda in one of the chapters, some 20 or 30 or something like that. There is a Gopika skanda, and it starts like this. Gopyaha uchuhu, like that it starts. Like Bhagavan uvacha, right? Bhagavan uvacha means Bhagavan said. So here Gopyaha is plural, not Gopi. Gopi uvacha, Gopyaha uchuhu, like that it starts. The gopis said. So they were saying all these things. And so what in their mind, what is it? Krishna is somebody who comes and goes, comes and goes, comes and goes. Krishna is an Agama Pai. Agama Pai. Okay. Have we heard the word Agama Pai before? Yeah. About 7 or 8 people are raising their hands. Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Right, second chapter. Aniruddha says,
Second chapter.
Matra sparshastu kaunteya shitoshna sukha dukkadaha agama apayino nityaha tam stitikshasva bharata. So agama apayi, hey Arjuna, there the context is what? Hey, this matra sparsha, this cold and heat and things like that, they're all coming and going, and you can't do anything about that. So just put up with it. That's it. Simple advice is given, went off. And even sorrow and happiness also coming and going only. Put up with it. Okay. Tam stitikshasva. Like that he says. So Krishna also, Sukha Dukkha is Agama Pai. Now what about Krishna? I have met Krishna also into Agama Pai. Krishna also is Agama Pai. Coming and going. He is coming, I am happy. If he doesn't come, I am not happy. Like that. Bhagavatam. And so Krishna seems to be playing hide and seek. Okay. Gopis, very beautiful. All these things are beautiful. But then, have I gone beyond that? Why does Krishna say that go tell the river, if I've never married anybody, then the river will subside? And Gopis didn't understand that. How can Krishna not be married? He's married to many, many, many people. And he's saying, I didn't marry. If I didn't play the flute, if I never played the flute, then the river will subside. Gopis are confused. How can the river subside? Krishna is always playing the flute. No. How come Krishna says all these things? Gosh, so that tattva has to be understood. And so can I say, okay, now is the time for me to look at this Satya Vastu, Saprakasha Vastu. Next shloka is going to say Prakashaha is going to say that. So already beginning in the chapter, he said Para Prakriti and Apara Prakriti. All this Leela is Apara Prakriti or Para Prakriti. It falls under Apara Prakriti. Leela, form. Name and form means Apara Prakriti. And so Manisha Panchakam, Adi Shankaracharya. And then he says, Jagrat Swapna Shushuptishu Ya Sputatara Ya Jagrat Swapna Shushuptitu Sputatara Ya Samvidujrimbate. And then it comes. That who is awake, shining in all the 3 states of experience, Jagrat Avastha, Swapna Avastha, and Sushupta Avastha. That is me. That is I, always awake. Anuktadriku, always awake. No sleep for poor Brahma. No sleep at all. Not impossible to sleep. Self-existent, self-conscious awareness. And that because of which I'm aware of everything in this world, including my own ignorance. Ignorance also shines. I'm the one who illumines that ignorance. Correct? That I see my own ignorance. And therefore, I am not ignorant. I'm not ignorant. I illumine the ignorance that is there in my mind. Correct? And so, that is that para and apara has been there. And so, here, abuddhayaha. Same thing, same as the previous shloka. Alpa medhasam. Same, abuddhayaha. Abuddhayaha. Buddhayaha, we can't say unintelligent and all that. I don't like those kinds of translations. Unintelligent means what? With respect to one aspect he's talking about. There are people who are very intelligent, smart, etc., who are accomplishing. Dharmartha kameshu. Dharmartha kameshu tu buddhayaha eva santite. Therefore, here, so we don't want to use that word unintelligent, etc. So this aviveki, best word, aviveki. The one who does not have nitya anitya vastu vivekaha. Tattva bodha. That is the best. Unable to learn from life. That person. So that abuddhayaha. So not buddhayaha. Okay. Mam abuddhayaha. That is the way to split this. Those who are not used to Sanskrit, they may find it a little confusing. Okay. So they think vyaktim, vyaktam, avyaktam, vyaktim, apannam, iti manyante. They think this Krishna and mom is me. I keep coming and going. That is what they think. Okay. And there are stories to prove that. We can't blame anybody. We can't blame our people. There are stories like that. And so they have taken these things literally, even after growing up, even after they are supposed to have grown up. Okay. And so param bhavam ajanantaha. So why they are abuddhayaha? Buddhayaha means it refers to the people. Okay, people. Avivekinaha. Then param bhavam ajanantaha. They ajanantaha, not understanding my para prakriti. Param bhavam. Para prakriti, apara prakriti. Both are me, but they are caught up in this apara prakriti. Very attractive. And so they're caught up in that. And within that, they're trying to make themselves secure. And permanent security is not possible. Not possible. Therefore, param bhavam ajanantaha, not knowing my para prakritihi, then what? Mama avyayam anuttamam. So, mama avyayam anuttamam. Para prakriti, go ahead. What about, okay, so I know para prakriti. Then what? What about how will it benefit me? Well, that para prakriti is you, which is avyayam. Avyayam. Therefore, when I say I am going to die, my body dies. That's a correct statement. Perfect, objective statement. My body will perish. No doubt about that. And even perishing is the wrong word, really speaking. Nothing perishes. Not a gram of matter perishes, really speaking. It's only going to change. Okay, my body dies. I can't die. That's the idea here. Ajaha. Avyayam, he says. Hey, it's avyayam. And that avyayam means you, not God. God is avyayam. Let God be avyayam. He's lucky fellow. I am not God. Well, you are also avyayam. That's it, period. God says, Jnani tu atmaiva me matam. He just said a few shlokas ago, correct? And so, that param bhavam ajanantaha, and whether I am working or not working, I, Swaprakashaha Atma, exists. That Adhyaya Atma exists. Whether I am meditating or not meditating, same Atma exists. Correct? And and so, what about Krishna's body, Vyayam or Avyayam? Vyayam only, obviously. Krishna's body also is Vyayam. Avatara. That's why he's called an Avatara. He's come into being. And Bhagavan has manifested in this particular form. Therefore, if I look at Krishna as a particular form with all these nice leelas, born in this jail, etc., and taken out and had nice fun, etc., and all these stages are there: baby, and then infant, and then toddler, and then he was a teenager, and then whether he gave a lot of, before he was a teenager itself, he gave a lot of problem to his parents. So for us, we say teenager problem, but there, so Devaki and this Yashoda, Devaki did not have problem. Yashoda must have had a lot of problem, and so all these stages are there. Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadi, Dukkha, Doshaha are all there, even for Krishna's body. That's avatar. Therefore, we worship Krishna, no doubt about that. And our worship will become Tibra. And by understanding this, it will become even more pure and objective bhakti. And so, therefore, Adhyayam. Okay, if it is Adhyayam, then something better may come up. Version 2 can come up. Software is constantly changing. So next version of Adhyayam can come in the next version of Bhagavad Gita. Somebody will print, and given a chance, these our missionaries will print, and they will call their thing as Bhagavad Gita Lu or something. They will put a name, and then they will try to brainwash our people. Some version will come. Yeah, that may happen. But here Krishna is saying Anuttamam. Anuttamam, this Avyayam is cannot be surpassed. Anuttamam means not inferior. Okay, one meaning for Anuttamam is inferior. Another way of defining it will give us the meaning of that which has nothing superior, better. That is the meaning of the word Anuttamam. So unsurpassed. Therefore, that is what we are looking for here. And then why do they remain? Why did they remain like this? Param bhavam ajananta. Why they don't know? Like that, that question is asked. Then the next answer is given in the next shloka, 25, which we will see in the next class. So let's translate this shloka. The avivekis, namely those who lack viveka, comma, not knowing my limitless so param is limitless there, okay, param bhav. Not knowing my limitless, comma, changeless, abhyayam, changeless nature, beyond which there is nothing greater. Anuttama. Beyond which there is nothing greater, comma. Look upon me. Look upon me. A couple of readings here. As the unmanifest that has become manifest. Look upon me as the unmanifest which has become manifest or assumed manifestation. Assumed manifestation is a better translation because Vyaktim Opannam, he says. Both are the same meaning. So, what did we say? Last part is what? Look upon me as the unmanifest which has assumed manifestation. Okay, that is the last. Another reading of this is look upon me who is really unmanifest but is something that is manifest. Like that, there is an alternate reading. But Shankara Avyaktam Aprakasham, he says, then Vyaktamapannam, Prakasham Gatam. Like that it says. Yeah, good. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.